Coming up on ABC7 Sports Sunday, we have a plethora of amazing stories for you tonight, including a young lady from the Middle East who's taking hockey global.
Plus, I sit down with one of the biggest stars in the WNBA. Elena Deladon is officially a Washington Mystic. We'll get her thoughts about playing in the nation's capital. We'll also introduce you to a Battlefield High School basketball player with a huge heart who gave his teammates a surprise for the ages.
Wow. We're confident this show is full of the right stuff. Did you see what I did there, Scott?
Love it.
Sports Sunday starts now.
Buckle up, sports fans. This is ABC7 Sports Sunday.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm Scott Abraham. He's Robert Burton.
Yes, I am.
Thank you for staying up with us tonight. Great matchup on the basketball court tonight, Rob.
Yes, sir. It was a banger in college basketball. Virginia Tech. Just to give you a warning, upset alert.
Ooh.
I warned you. Closing seconds of the game, 63-61 UVA. It's the former Terth Seth Allen. Can't get it to go on the drive, but Ty Outlaw is there for the putback with 1 second left. We're headed to overtime, tied at 63. The game will go into a second overtime. That's where we pick it up, tied at 78. It's Allen with the drive, the hop step, up and in, giving the Hokies a lead. Then the heave by London Parentes, no good. The Hokies upset UVA, 80-78. Here's Seth Allen after the game.
I mean, we've been fighting all night, man, to just give credit to our defense for staying in there, rebounding with a small group. Zach fouled out early. Chris gets hurt, our two best rebounders, and we just never complained. We just kept fighting, man. So just big ups to my teammates, man. We just played hard.
Well, as T-Pain said, all they do is win. The Maryland women's basketball team is off to their best start in school history.
24-1 with their lone loss coming against UConn. The Terps would have a good test today, though, hitting the road for a Big Ten conference showdown. Another monster game for Brianna Jones. She was a beast down low with 28 points and 14 rebounds. Maryland led by 11 at the break. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough also did her part. Steal and takes it all the way for two of her 24 points. Walker-Kimbrough joins the 2,000-point club at Maryland. Terps roll 89-72. GW hosting Dayton. Kyra Washington had a big all-around game. Comes up with her fourth steal. Takes it coast to coast for two of her game-high 15 points. She also grabbed 14 rebounds. That's a Robert Burton stat line. The Colonials go on to win 52-39.
I averaged 10 and 5 in college, by the way. All right, the Washington Mystics have been around for 19 seasons. But get this, they've won just one playoff series.
That's pretty incredible to think, my friends, but that might be changing really quickly with the addition of Elena Deladon. The 2015 WNBA MVP is arguably one of the top women's basketball players in the world right now. Deladon has been a winner at every stop in her career, and it'll be a huge boost to the struggling Mystics franchise. I went one-on-one with DC's newest sports superstar. Welcome to Washington.
Thank you.
How excited are you to get things started here with the Mystics?
I cannot wait. Training camp cannot come soon enough, and just being here today got me even more excited, and I didn't think that was possible, but just such a great team that Coach has formed, and can't wait to just get on court and get after it.
You mentioned some of the pieces on this team already, including yourself, Christy Tolliver, Emma Miesemann. On paper, is this a team that potentially could contend down the road for a championship?
Yeah, no, definitely we could. You know, I wouldn't have come to this team if I didn't think we had that ability. And more than that, more than the talent and the skill, it takes a culture of family to do it. And that's what they have here already, and that's the hardest thing to do. So I'm thrilled about, you know, this family culture that's been built already, and want to just continue to improve and compete daily.
Elena, you come to a city already filled with major superstars. John Wall, Bryce Harper, Alex Ovechkin. People are already kind of grouping you into that category. What's that feel like to kind of be a part of that, I guess, foursome in a sense? Yeah,
I mean, it's so humbling, you know, to be named amongst those great players. And I think the future is so bright for the Mystics, and it's going to be a huge team effort, though. And that's what this place is about. It's about a team culture and selflessness. So I'm thrilled to be a part of it, and just want everybody to be excited and come out and support us and make this place rock.
Now, I don't want to kind of throw you under the bus here, but I know you're a big Cowboys fan, living in Redskins country.
Yeah,
all right, Elena, how are we going to do this?
I will cheer for the Redskins as long as they're not playing the Cowboys. Is that going to work, hopefully? We'll make it.
Is that going to be hard for you?
I don't know. We're going to have to.
They're big rivals.
I'll try.
You better add some burgundy and gold to your wardrobe there.
We'll see. I got to take small steps.
She's a good sport and certainly a great addition for the Washington Mystics.
Certainly.
Big get for that franchise.
Huge.
Well, nothing seems to be slowing down the Washington Capitals. This team is red hot. Winners of 6 straight games, the Caps hit their bye week with a nice cushion in the Metropolitan Division.
Yes, but get your rest in now because there's a nice little haul coming up here, and we'll talk about it. 4 of 5 games are on the road at Detroit next Saturday, next day at MSG for the Rangers, and Wednesday in Philly before finally returning home Friday the 24th against the Oilers. And then right back at it the next day in Nashville. Things are going to get crazy here.
Well, certainly playing well right now, looking good for the Caps. The game of hockey has grown so much over the years, from Canada to America, Russia, Sweden, Finland, the list goes on. But when you say United Arab Emirates, let's be honest, nobody's thinking hockey.
No, they don't. Well, a piece of the UAE was here in the USA for a very special skate-around earlier this week. At first sight, nothing about Fatima Al Ali's appearance says hockey player. Her skills say otherwise. We were talking to players in the locker room. They say they like your skills for you only playing about 5 or 6 years. What do you think about that?
That's crazy.
A very shy confidence, but confident nonetheless when she hits the ice. And today, she was the main event.
For you.
Thank you so much.
We can keep it.
Team ambassador and former NHL great Peter Bondra took a trip to Abu Dhabi. While there, he witnessed Ali's stick handling skills. So Peter arranged it to where she would be able to work on one-timers with her favorite player, Alex Ovechkin.
I'm happy for her. You can tell how even team accept her. Like, she felt like one of the players pretty much for a few minutes, and it's a great story.
I remember when she saw Ovi, she's just beaming from ear to ear, and it's cool to see. She's obviously, this is a big highlight for her.
Obviously, she's only 6 years practicing and staying on the ice, and it's amazing.
But underneath all the fun, she did come with a mission.
I just want to move my passion to the kids, and I think this will be a big thing for them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy.
Thanks.
Awesome story.
What a great moment.
Yeah, and you should see her when Alex Ovechkin is in her presence.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
sure a big old smile.
Of course. Up next on Sports Sunday, wait till you see who Bryce Harper is rooting for in hockey. I'll give you a hint. It's not the Caps.
Oh, boy. Plus, pitchers and catchers report to West Palm Beach for the Nationals on Tuesday, and the team still doesn't have a closer. We'll examine that situation after the break. Stay with us.
Let's go, Golden Knights.
Oh, Bryce Harper breaking the hearts of Caps fans all over the DMV. The Nats outfielder doing some promo work for his hometown soon-to-be NHL team, the Vegas Golden Knights. Harper said he will be rooting for the team that's from his hometown. Sorry, Caps. Looks like you're out of luck on this one.
Wow.
You okay with this?
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Just the look on his face, though.
A little more enthusiasm?
Yeah.
We'll work on that. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some sunshine, a nice cold beverage, and of course, a day at the ballpark. Not too much longer, baseball fans. The season is right around the corner.
Yes, it is. Pitchers and catchers report to training camp in 2 days. The starting rotation, we're not too worried about that, okay? Max Scherzer, he'll be healthy coming into camp. Steven Strasburg, hopefully recovered from his offseason arm issues. The bullpen, that's another story. No Mark Melancon, no more Papelbon.
No Melancon?
No Melancon. Melancon. Who's going to be the closer? MLB.com's Jamal Collier stopped by for some sports talk with Aaron Hawksworth.
So what do you think, Jamal? What is the biggest need for the Nationals this offseason?
Yeah, well, this time's almost up for the offseason for them. But, the biggest thing, and kind of has been the talking point all offseason, has been who's going to pitch the 9th inning.
Yeah.
And who's going to be their closer. Obviously, they lost Mark Melancon last year. He did a great job for them after they acquired him from Pittsburgh. And they really kind of haven't answered that question. It's still here about a week out, and we're not entirely sure if the season started today who it would be. They're still kind of poking around and seeing if there's a veteran option out there to see if there's somebody who's got experience doing pitching the ninth inning, or they may have to turn to somebody in-house.
Do you think a David Robertson deal makes sense? I know his name's been thrown around recently.
And that's the one, really for a couple of weeks here, especially they dealt with the White Sox so much early on. You're talking about Chris Sale, you're talking about Adam Eaton and all those talks, that you couldn't get something worked out then. So it's interesting to see if now a couple months actually now later, can they figure out the right pieces for Robertson? He makes sense because obviously he has experience, he's done it and been successful in this role for a number of years. The kind of question is, what do you have to give up? Robertson is on the wrong side of 30. He's got a 2-year, I believe, $25 million left in that contract. And there were some alarming signs last year. His walk rate was up. His ERA was kind of up. His whip was up, too. So, is he necessarily trending in the wrong direction? You have to kind of wonder. And if
is
so,
it worth it giving up?
And do you have to give up a prize prospect for him? We know the Nats don't like to give that up, and they also gave up, some heavy prospects for Adam Eaton. So there's some questions to it. It does make some sense. Just kind of matters, what are you giving up? And if you do, are you also acquiring all of that money? Because you kind of, it's just a tough thing to balance. That it had to be the right deal for them.
Awesome. Still ahead on Sports Sunday.
It's amazing. I didn't know this many people were behind me, and they've helped me through everything.
A high school student's remarkable return to his team, the surprise his school had in store. That's next. Stay with us. One of the best compliments you can pay an athlete is to say they have heart, and a local high school standout is on his second heart after a terrifying health scare. Let's just say his return to the team is nothing short of remarkable.
Verbally committed to play Division I basketball at Coppin State University.
Tonight is senior night, but there's something else that you guys are wearing on your chest, and I thought that we would actually get him here for a game.
Oh, no, stop it.
Oh.
The return of a teammate.
It's amazing. I didn't know this many people were behind me, and they've helped me through everything. Bobcats on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Bobcats!
4, 5, 6.
Family! Hey, we ready! Hey, oh, yeah!
Stepping back onto the court. With a scar that tells a story.
When the day came, I couldn't really process it at first. I was just in shock.
In July, Battlefield High School junior Kojo Bonsu suffered a stroke. Diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, the standout basketball player had a failing heart and needed a transplant.
You don't really understand it until you read it and you're like, oh, wow.
A week before Christmas, Kojo had a 16-hour surgery.
I kept on thinking, think good, think positive.
The point guard received his new heart.
Hi, Kojo. Let's go.
You good?
Yeah.
You all right?
The jump probably doesn't even fit anymore.
And on this night, his school,
A very special appearance.
his team,
Number 12, Kojo Bonsu.
welcomed him back.
Bobcats on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bobcats. He is the heart and soul of this team.
The support that Kojo has received from his Battlefield family is pretty special. From the surgical mask worn by the student section to the warm-up t-shirts shown off by his teammates, everybody is excited to have Kojo back at his second home.
It felt like, the transplant, everything never really happened. Felt like everything was just back to normal.
A spectator for now, but maybe not for long.
My ultimate goal would be to get back on the court and get better than I was before.
An inspiration to us all. What a special moment. Kojo has been through a lot this past year. He's just taking it day by day, hoping to be back on the court with the Bobcats next season. Well, when we come back, our plays of the week. It's going to be a real block party. You don't want to miss this. ABC7 Sports Sunday rolls on.
Welcome back to ABC7 Sports Sunday. Time now for our favorite part of the show, the plays of the week.
We'll pick the 5 best plays from around the globe. Any sport, pro, amateur, and anything in between. Let's go. Number 5, Heat on the road in Brooklyn, taking on the Nets. Rodney Magruder drives. Get that out of here, says Brooks Lopez. Are you serious? This should count as 2 blocks. Take another look. Lopez times it perfectly, gets all ball and then some. That's called being denied.
Yes, it is being denied. All right, number 4, college lacrosse, Navy and Johns Hopkins. The Blue Jays execute the old hidden ball trick to perfection. By the time the Mids goalie knew what happened, the ball was in the back of the net. Joel Tinney kept the ball himself the whole time instead of handing it off to John Crawley. The Navy goalie still looking for the ball as we speak. Hopkins wins 15-8.
All right, number 3, Clemson and Syracuse closing seconds. Tyus battle from the corner. The 3, battle, got it for the win! Play drawn up to perfection. Tyler Lydon with a kick out to the freshman battle. Nothing but net. Syracuse wins 82-81.
Number 2, North Dakota State and Denver. Kai Cabellis hustles to try and save the ball from going out of bounds. Instead, this.
No, come on.
Yes, in the basket. This play would have been number 1, but unfortunately, Cabellis scored his own basket. That's 3 points for Denver, but it's okay. North Dakota State would win the game, Scott.
All right, let's go to number 1. Sorry, Wizards fans. LeBron James Monday night at Verizon with the dagger.
And got it! Banks it in!
Kevin Harlan on the call. The Wizards were all set to celebrate a win over the Cavs until the King somehow dribbles to the 3-point line and goes glass, forcing overtime. I'm sorry, that's a luck shot.
Did you call Banks?
That's a luck shot. Cleveland will go on to beat the Wizards 140-135 in an instant classic. Stay with us. Sports Sunday continues after this.
Please give a warm terrapin welcome to Lefty Drizel.
What a moment at College Park on Saturday. Maryland basketball honoring former head coach Lefty Drizel, raising a banner into the rafters at the Xfinity Center. It was an emotional ceremony as Lefty was joined by dozens of his former players, including Buck Williams, Walt Williams, and Albert King. Nice touch for a coaching legend.
Awesome.
Great scene there in College Park.
There, definitely.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again next week?
Let's do it again with our matching ties.
We're going to do it again.
We're going to do it again.
Right. And thank you for watching, my friends. That's all the time we have for this edition of ABC7 Sports Sunday. I'm Scott Abraham.
And I'm Robert Burton. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night, and we'll do it again.
Let's do it again. With our matching ties.